I'm Chris,
Amante.
and this is Primal Move Foods.
Foods.
So, what this is about, this is a little introduction, basically letting you guys know exactly what we've been up to for the last 12 months of our life. Most of you probably think that we just have lives of leisure. That is not true. We've been working very hard on a project that we're about to launch, and it is Primal Move Food. One of the reasons why we're walking around the lake, because I'm sure you guys are thinking, why are they doing an interview around the lake? Well, we're active people, and we don't like to sit behind desks. I've been a chef for about 10 years. Auntie's a holistic health coach. True?
True.
True. We wanted to do something that was reflective of, what our lifestyle was like and what we do in our lives. So instead of sitting behind a desk doing the standard plain old interview, we were walking around the lake and we thought, why don't we just do it while we're here?
This is the about us.
This is the about us, about Primal Move Food. So Auntie, tell them a little bit about what we're doing.
Okay, so the way this came about was I work as a holistic health coach and I operate a business called Primal Move. And I work one-on-one with people, teaching them principles to becoming healthy, but in an essence, becoming remarkable people. So if you imagine a time when you were in pain, could you really think of anyone but yourself? You could not. It must be very difficult. I face this as well. When someone's in emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual pain, they can't think outside themselves. What I do is teach someone how to take care of their needs, what I call I, we, all. And we have 6 principles to look after our body: thinking, breathing, hydration, nourishment, movement, and sleep or rest. When you take all 6 principles and master them, then you've basically grown to adulthood to look after your own body. And if we get enough people taking responsibility for their own health, that moves us up to the we level. The we level is where we start caring about others. And if we start caring about others, then we move up to the all level. And at the all levels where we deal with the world issues, such as poverty, economic imbalance, food shortages, pesticide uses, agriculture, all these things. And so what I want to do here is explain that when we get enough people at the all level, then we'll deal with the world issues. And this is at the essence of what Primal Move Food's about, because I could not find the products that were going to keep me healthy, like certified organic food. I just couldn't find a pre-prepared meal, a salad. I couldn't go out and buy a salad because no one makes them. So I spent a year sourcing suppliers, produce, crunching the numbers, creating this. And it took me a year to get it to the stage where I was like, you know what? I actually can't do this by myself. I actually don't have the experience to prepare the food, nor the time, nor the understanding of flavors. I might have crunched the numbers and know how much it's going to cost, talk to suppliers, but then I needed this guy.
And that's where I come in. So I've been cooking for a very, very long time. One of my pet hates is when people take really good produce and then ruin it by preparing it the wrong way. And it's something that I teach my students because I'm a chef trainer as well. I train apprentices throughout Canberra. It's something that I teach them is why take something and dress it up to be something that it's not when the flavors can speak for themselves. And that's what's most important about organic produce is you don't have to do anything to it. All the flavors are already there. They don't have to be dressed up. They don't have to be covered. Nothing has to be done. And not only that, the nutrient density of each individual product, whether it be vegetables, meat, herbs, spices, whatever, it's so much more intense and it's so much more enjoyable. After you eat a meal that's made with organic produce, you feel better. You're happier. You just have this sense of contentment inside that you don't get when you eat shitty food. And, I'm sure that's one thing that we can agree on immediately without the research, without the numbers. You know that when you've eaten something good, you feel better. And that is what we're here to do. We've taken, a sort of muscle meals approach to what we're doing, but then put it on steroids in that we're not doing shitty food. We're doing 100% organic, locally farmed produce that we can tell you exactly where it's all come from. That's what we're about. All right, so I'm going to get Auntie to tell you guys why we're using organic food over the commercially bought stuff. Go.
So the difference between organic, certified organic, and commercial is this. Commercially raised foods use pesticides. Organic farming does not use pesticides, and certified organic means they have to keep their soils up to a healthy level where no pesticides are used. The thing about this that's really key is certified organic produce has more nutrition. The way nutrition enters our animals and our plants and in our body is through what's called the circle of life. Humans eat animals and plants. Animals eat plants. Plants get the nutrition from the soil, right? Now, if the nutrition is missing in the human or in us, you have to go back to so it's missing in the animals, it's missing in the plants, it's missing in the soil, yeah? The way it enters the soil is through the bacteria in the soil. When you use pesticides, you kill the bacteria, so there's no nutrition transfer over, right? Transfer. Now,
Start with no nutrition transfer.
there's no nutrition transfer. This is the kicker. When it's certified organic, there's more nutrition, so it's better for you. It's better for the planet as well, because they're not using sprays that affect the water, affect the bacteria, affect the worms, right? So it's good food, good for people, and good for the planet. That's the most important reason, and that's the unique selling point between us and everyone else, is that we're using the best produce that's good for you and good for nature. All right, so Chriso, let me ask you, why aren't we using microwaves? Why did you choose sous vide and slow cooking as your preferred cooking methods?
This is very easy, very simple. So look, from what I know about cooking, and I've been cooking for a very long time, I know that high temperatures, and from the research that I've done, I should mention the research that I've done as well. I've done a lot of investigative journalism in this department. High temperatures cause oxidation in oils, in fats, all these things that are part of an animal. So if animals have fat and you burn the oil, it causes oxidation, which is a carcinogen. So when you cook things on low heat, very slowly for a long, period of time, 3 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, these things, it doesn't damage the nutrients in the meat as badly. And I'm not going to say that it doesn't damage it at all, because if you are cooking meat, it's undergoing a process called denaturing. So it's changing it from one thing to another. So when cooking on low heat, it doesn't cause as much damage. However, cooking on high heat causes massive damage, and that's what causes these types of cancers and oxidation, and it's what causes things to go off quickly. So if you're buying, I'll give you an example. If you're buying the most expensive olive oil at the shop because you think it's great and you're typical Canberran and you've got heaps of money and you can afford to do that, and then you're going home, heating up your pan, putting your olive oil in, bringing it up so it's smoking, and then putting your meat in there, there's absolutely no point in doing that. You might as well just use a really cheap oil, because you've just killed any of the good nutrients that it's in the olive oil. Olive oil is primarily not even meant to be cooked with. It's just there to be used raw because of the nutrients. So we're not using microwave, because microwaves irradiate the proteins and damage the proteins, both flavour and chemical composition. Same for any other vegetable that you microwave. So we're doing the sous vide because it's gentle on the meat and it's gentle on the nutrients that you're ingesting into your body.
What's sous vide, in case anyone doesn't know what it is?
Right, sous vide. It's like a little spa bath for your veggies and your meat. We seal them up in a vacuum bag like they have at the butcher for freshness, and then you slowly poach them in the vacuum bag for an extended period of time. And what that does, it gently heats up the meat to, sometimes no further than 68, 70 degrees. And because you're not applying that 100 degrees to it, or over 100 degrees if you're frying something really hot, then better nutrients, better for your body.
So you're getting better nutrients, better flavour, because it's being slow cooked. It's better for the environment, and it's better for you. So Primal Move food, good for people, good for the planet.
It's a no-brainer.
No brainer.